talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Hi everyone. Make sure you guys hit the like button as you come in. Make sure you guys hit the like button as you come in. If you want to share me out, share me out. I know I supposed to went live yesterday, but hey, the McCray Kings. I know I supposed to went live yesterday, y'all, but my mom called me and ain't nobody in here, chat with you, Joe. My mom called and me and her got to talking, and I was like, I ain't gonna lie, because I was on the phone with my mom for a long period of time. So ain't nothing like talking to your mom. You want to cherish your mom. Uh-oh. Y'all, I don't know what. Okay. Cherish your mom at all times. So I was on the phone with my mommy. But yeah, me and her, we was talking for a while and lost track of time. And I told her, I said, well, I ain't gonna lie since you called me. But I'm back and I'll probably be going live today and tomorrow. There's a lot of stuff, y'all, I got to discuss, but it's two things I'm discussing on tonight. Son, can you please cut that down? I'm over him. So cut it down. Him and these trains, child. I just pray for me. Him and these trains. Anyway, on tonight, guys, I do want to say this, guys. It's a lot of things that's been going on, guys, that has in our world that has been like, wow. It's very sad that the times that we live in when kids are being, hey Melissa, how you doing? How you doing? Yes, I love my mom. That's the only parent that I have. And That's true. My mom is all the parent that I have. I have a brother and a sister. I'm my only child too. Like on my dad, I was my dad only child. And my mom, I have a brother and a sister, and I got my two kids. So, um, and as you guys know, we went to see the Ducks early. So hopefully that'll keep them calm for a while. But yes, cherish your mama while she's here, guys, because, I don't know that feeling yet, but losing a mother or anything like that. But I have lost a parent. I love my dad, but he passed away, 8 years almost? So it's been a long time. Um, but guys, I do want to say this, guys. The time that we living in today is just sad. It's sad when grown men instead of instead of grown men, most men will be a cowards and just walk away from the child and not do anything. But it's a time now that these grown men that they don't want to, they rather go to jail and spend the rest of their life in jail and throw kids in rivers and throw kids off bridges and kill their pregnant girlfriends. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. If you're dealing with any kind of domestic violence situation, please get out while you can. Speaking for someone that was pregnant in a domestic violence situation, had a child, is mental, verbal, physical, emotional abuse is abuse. And get out while you can. Once they'll do it once, they'll do it again. And you don't need, once you're in, for a man to take a child's life and then take the mother of his children's life that is pregnant by them, it to me is very cowardly. Um, I don't even understand the motive, but we're gonna get into this in just a minute. I hope everybody had a good Thursday, y'all. Hey Angie, yeah, they are killing them. They are killing them. Hey Angie, how you doing? Angie, girl, tomorrow night I'm gonna shout out to Angie, the Great Kings, and Sheila, my secretary. Thank y'all for sending me so much information, y'all. I just got to get to it. I just got to put the content out. I definitely got to get the content out. It's hard to put out, to really focus and put out content because y'all, I done had renovations done to my house. I got like every wall in this house is painted. Kids on spring break. Um, Work been very busy, and it's just been a week of, well, I'm just wore out. But I'm here, guys, to tell the story. I'm still hungry. I'm still hungry. Eat another bowl of cereal, and then no. That's it. No, another bowl of cereal. Huh? I don't want another bowl of cereal. What do you want? I'm just gonna figure it out. Well, then just figure it out. And then the kids act like they just starved to death, y'all. I swear to God. Go fix you some cereal. You ain't handicapped. You know how to fix your own cereal. Anyway, y'all swear. Monday can't get here fast enough for me. I swear to God, Monday can't get here fast enough for me. Anyway, we're gonna get into this content on tonight, guys. But Angie, what you sent me the other day, I am gonna get into on tomorrow. That's gonna be our. When you have kids, try to have a life, and work, and it can become to the point where you do need a mental break. That's why I say, sometimes some people, I used to do YouTube or put out a video or do these lives every night, but it becomes overwhelming because you do have to have a life too. You do have to have things you have to do. But if I get on a specific topic, baby, we'll be talking about it every day. Um, but you know, it definitely can become overwhelming. So whenever you can get a chance to take a break, take a break. YouTube's gonna be here. It don't pay me. It don't give me nothing but a. You at the casino now, falling asleep. Don't do it, Angie. Girl, you better enjoy the casino. Look, let me tell you, honey. Don't spend too much money, child. Don't spend too much money. Um, they'll spend too much money. Um, the first thing we're going to talk about tonight, guys, we're going to talk about what do I hear all over the floor? What you waste? All the cereal. You waste all the cereal? Yes, I'm clean. Okay. Y'all, please give me a minute. I just need to see something right quick. I'm back, y'all. Sorry. Um. So anyway, y'all, let's get into this content, guys. I may have to strangle some children. Anyway, I do want the first thing I'm going to talk about on tonight is about two. It's a couple. I'm gonna sit on the floor. Sit on the floor right there in front of my desk. It's a couple in this says here in New Jersey. It's a couple in New Jersey that it's a Bronx. They use the foster care system to sex traffic kids. And I want you guys to hear. It's sad. Yes, they were black. I ran across this now, like, wow. So you foster kids you're supposed to foster kids to protect them and love them, and you're using them for a check and then using them to sex traffic. Wow. So listen to this. I'm gonna pull. This is the husband, and we're going to hear the story. So it says here, when Sharice Mitchell became a foster parent early in 2019, she told the officials responsible for vetting her that she was separated from her husband and had not been in contact with him for more than a year. Okay, I'm gonna pull the husband up, y'all. I can find a picture of her. It says here that caseworkers who frequently visited her apartment in the Bronx over the next 2 years saw no sign of her husband, Kareem Mitchell. This is the man that is shown on the screen right now. So it says here that was because his belongings were packed away, his pictures were taken down, and he was hiding out in a nearby hotel when they came to check on the children. There was a young woman who had been placed. Prosecutors say there was a young woman that was placed with Miss Mitchell. Last month, the Mitchells, these people, were charged with sex trafficking eight young women. And this is after the authority discovered that they were using the foster care system as a way to sex traffic children. It's sickening. It says here, they used it as a pipeline for prostitution. So you saying that the money that you get, because you get free food stamps, you get a free check from the government for fostering children. You telling me that you didn't have enough money to take care of them, so you were pimping these children out? Sickening. Y'all know that to foster kids, you get a check and it's a good amount of money, and you get free food stamps. I know that for facts. And to know that they prostituted, put these kids in prostitution is a shame. It says here the arrest came more than a year after one of the young women reported that Mr. Mitchell, in fact, was living with the foster mother, his wife. She found him on the state sex offender registry, where he listed. Oh my God! So this dude is a sex offender. Jesus, listen to the story. where he listed the address as his resident. She said in an interview, the ease with which the Mitchells seized the foster care system to gain access to vulnerable young women revealed a blind spot how foster homes are vetted and monitored in New York City. Let me just say that in the state of New York. I think this is probably going on everywhere. I do want to say this, and let me just keep it real. The foster care system in the United States do need to do better with vetting people to adopt children, to foster children and to adopt them. It's too many foster children that is being killed. It's too many foster children that are being abused. Let's vet these people better. This should even never happen. And in New York, it says here, and it highlights a pervasive risk for foster youth who remain targets of sex traffickers despite government safeguards. They obviously, yeah, they do need to check. But she lied and said that her husband wasn't living there, but he's in there listed. He's a sex offender, and he has to register. He has to register as a sex offender. He has to have an address. So if he's around a vicinity of children, he can't be around no children. He can't be around no children because he's a sex offender. He's a sicko. So it says here in the state of New York, it requires the foster care agencies to check criminal records or sex offender registries for all adults living in the household. But caseworkers in New York cannot check for foster home addresses in the sex offender registry as they can in California. So y'all just letting kids just live in sex offenders' house, and y'all ain't checking, y'all ain't dotting all I's and crossing our T's. What? So it says here the foster care agencies are barred from conducting background checks on people who do not live with applicants. Child welfare officials said, and candidates cannot be rejected simply because they know people with criminal records. So it says here, if Miss Mitchell had said that her husband lived with her, she would have been disqualified for foster care, for being a foster parent. Child welfare officials said Mr. Mitchell had served 4.5 years in federal prison for transporting a 17-year-old girl to engage in prostitution. So he's not a sicko. He just want to be a pimp because his ass don't want to work. So he want to be a pimp, honey. He pimping out young girls in this prostitution ring. And it says in registered as sexually violent offender with a moderate risk of reoffending. So they said that he had to register as a sex offender, and then he is a kind of like a high risk because he'll do it again. And as we see, he do it again. He ain't getting out of jail. They may not. Oh, here she go right here. Let me pull her up. Sharice. Let me just pull her up. And there she go right there. It says here that she was arraigned last month on sex trafficking charges. So you gonna go along with the dude. And now you sitting in jail. Stupid. I don't mean no harm. But let me let y'all listen to this for a second, because I had found some art, some I had found um some information here that can, Jesus, I just, excuse me, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all listen to this because it's some information from the news that had came out, um, and I want you guys to hear it. So just give me a minute. Just listening in. Let's see. It may be the same thing I said, but let's listen in.
Wife are behind bars tonight, accused of running a sex trafficking ring together. As CBS 2's Nick Calloway reports, the wife is accused of using her status as a foster parent as part of the scheme.
The couple was escorted into Manhattan criminal court Wednesday, accused of trafficking women for sex.
You have anything to say?
There you go. 38-year-old Kareem Mitchell and his wife, 51-year-old Sharice Mitchell, accused of trafficking 8 women, went before a judge Wednesday. Sharice Mitchell had a role as a certified New York State foster parent, and 2 of those victims had been placed in her care as young adults. In New York City, people can remain in foster care until the age of 21. Police say the woman lied on her application to become a foster parent, claiming she did not live with her husband, who is a registered sex offender, though he was registered to the same address. According to court documents, Kareem Mitchell ran a sex trafficking operation dating back to 2018. He allegedly used Facebook and Instagram to recruit women to work for him, then coerced them to engage in prostitution in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg said that sex traffickers target the most vulnerable New Yorkers, including far too often young New Yorkers in the child welfare system. Kareem and Sharice Mitchell are each facing multiple felony charges, including sex trafficking and promoting prostitution. They both pleaded not guilty. In Lower Manhattan, Nick Calloway, CBS 2 News.
So y'all, that's it right there. Like this said,
we've got new details this afternoon in a disturbing sex trafficking bust in the Bronx. A registered sex offender and his wife, who is a foster mother, appearing in court today, facing numerous charges, including forcing 2 of the foster children into prostitution. Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Charlesworth is live in Lower Manhattan, where the couple was just in court. Michelle?
So disturbing. And we don't know how old these young women are. 8 of them, 2 of them foster kids. We don't know how old, but it appears this 9-month investigation dug up all kinds of specific evidence, videos, messages, prostitution ads, all allegedly tied to this one couple. They both lived in the same Bronx apartment. He is a registered sex offender at that address, and she was a foster parent. And it was made clear in court that Child Services had that address, and they knew his history. Both in handcuffs, 38-year-old Kareem Mitchell and his wife, Sharice, 51, went into court.
You were doing this with foster children? Is that correct?
The Manhattan DA's office calls this a sex trafficking takedown that came after a 9-month investigation. In evidence, verbatim texts about prostitution, money records on Zelle, ads for prostitution on Instagram and Facebook, and specifics regarding hotels and cars where sex acts allegedly took place. Involved, 8 victims, all young women, 2 of them in foster care at the couple's apartment here in the Bronx. In court, both Kareem and Sharice Mitchell pleaded not guilty to sex trafficking and conspiracy charges, which, if convicted, carry up to a possible 100 years in prison for him and 75 years for her. Read in court, verbatim text like "pop you in the face, get in the car" from just this morning, including expletives promising violence. Allegedly, fear and threats were a daily occurrence in messages, all reportedly in evidence. Most disturbing, Kareem Mitchell is a registered sex offender dating back to 2008. He served 5 years. His wife, Sharice, at exactly the same address in the Bronx, was able somehow to foster 2 young women who, according to what happened in court today, literally were recruited from the foster care system for sex trafficking and prostitution. Their ages were not given.
Do you have anything to say?
The charges span areas of New York, but alleged prostitution also took place in Connecticut and New Jersey. Charges against sex trafficking and conspiracy. If convicted, he could see 100 years. She could see 75. Both were called a flight risk today in court. No bail for the man, Kareem Mitchell. Millions in bail, which she is not expected to post for Sharice Mitchell.
Dang. Is it that serious, y'all? Let me ask y'all a question. Why do these people do that stuff? Is it that serious? Is it that serious? Is it, hey, James Hatter, is it that serious? I just want to say that. Is it that serious to spend 100 years? Is it worth spending all your life in prison all over some money? Is it that serious? I just want to know. I don't understand. I truly do not understand. So the reason why I don't love money, but I like to spend money. I like to have my own money. I like to put I would feel some type of way if I got to give somebody my money that I done laid on my back. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. If I got laid on my back and you supposed to pay me my money, I ain't giving nobody no piece of something that I have. This is my piece. And honey, if I done laid on my back and made some money, I would refuse, honey, to give any man. See, I couldn't have a pimp and I couldn't be a prostitute because ain't nobody gonna get the money but me. And they're just straight up. And I can't believe that they threatening kids and stuff like that. Excuse me. They threatening kids and stuff like that to go into prostitution and take the money. I don't even get it. And then for her, she should be ashamed of herself because she called herself their foster mother. And she's sitting here allowing it to happen. That's the sad part about the whole situation. That's the sad part about this whole situation. Ain't no way. And I just want to say that ain't no way. You should allow, we have to do better. We have to do better. If you want to prostitute at your own will, child. Don't get no. I'm not encouraging prostitution. I'm just saying I wouldn't be giving no pimp my money. No, I'm good. Just ought to be ashamed. Anyway, y'all, let's go to the next story, y'all. We got to do better. In the Black community, we have to do better doing just the most ridiculous things nowadays that be happening in the Black community, us killing our children and really abusing them, stuff like that. It's just ridiculous. So guys, I do want to talk about the next story, guys, moving right on. So I do want to pull up this picture. Hold on. I'm going to pull up this mama and this son, guys. We're going to talk about them on tonight. Jayla, go get my phone, Jay. Y'all daddy calling y'all. Go get my phone off the thing, y'all daddy. Y'all daddy. Where is it? In my bowl. Bowl? Yeah.
Yes. Mommy?
Yes, son.
Mommy, hold on the call. What? Mommy. Oh, Dad!
Jayla.
Call Daddy. Call Daddy. Where's Dad at?
Child, hold on a minute.
Where's Daddy?
Look, get out my ear.
I'm sorry.
Now go on in the room. Bye. Bye. See ya. See ya. Go. Anyway, I wanted to pull these people up on the screen, guys. Excuse me. I had an impromptu call. So this is a mother. Her name is Kaylin, and her son name is Caden. They were missing maybe 2 weeks ago. They are from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It says here that they've been searching for the mom and son who haven't been seen since March the 5th. Let me get into this. It says here that the little boy, and he's 2 years old, have been missing, but there haven't been any information. Kayla is described to be as a black female who stands 5 feet tall and she weighs around 105 pounds. It says here that Kaylin, she was pregnant. She was pregnant. So information has. So on Monday, it says here a man in Louisiana was arrested after admitting to shooting and killing Kaylin, who is pregnant, and then throwing her son off a bridge. This is sad, y'all. To his death. His name is Brendan Murphy. He's 20 years old. And he was taken to custody on Monday and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder for the slaying of Kaylin and Caden. The Baton Rouge News reported that he confessed to killing Kaylin in front of Caden. So not only did he threw the baby off the bridge, he killed the baby in front of, killed his mama, the mama in front of the baby. Lord have mercy. And he said, this is the sad part about it. It says here that Murphy confessed to killing Kaylin in front of Kaden and dumping her body in the wood with the boy still in the car. He said he then reportedly threw Kaden from a bridge while the toddler was still alive and crying. Mm, 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 mm. So it says here that Murphy, the boyfriend, confessed to shooting and killing Kaylee in the parking lot of his apartment complex on North Harold's Ferry Road. Murphy then allegedly dished the gun in the same wooded area where.
No, stop!
Look.
Stop! I'm naked. I want to try to get you.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay. That is, I don't, Jim Zetta, I don't even think this is mental illness, man. This is coward shit. In my opinion, ain't no way you got a mental problem with you knowing that you did this and admit that you did this. Why? It had to do with something with that unborn baby. People be living double lives and stuff. I might be wrong and more details need to come out, but this is too much. Um, It says here he ditched the gun in the woody area where Kaylin was found. Kaylin's son, Caden, was reportedly in the car when his mother was shot and when Murphy dumped her body. After disposing of his girlfriend's body and the murder weapon, Murphy drove to the Central Thruway when he threw Caden, who was still alive, over the bridge. Says here Murphy heard Caden crying as he drove away. Wow. So the baby was still alive. This baby was still alive when he threw him over the bridge. So he didn't fall to his death. It says here while Murphy is not Caden's biological father, he and Kaylin were reportedly expecting their first child together this summer. Kaylin was reportedly approximately 6 months pregnant at the time of her death. Says here that he turned himself in on at the first district precinct on Monday following interviews with police detectives. He allegedly confessed to the slayings. The body of Caden were discovered in two different locations later in the day. Kaylin's body was discovered in the woody area of Burbank Drive near Gardere Lane, while Caden's body was found on Central Thruway, the Advocate reported. They say he did give information as to where the bodies were. As for why it happened, we do not know, says the news. The news reporter reportedly described the case as very tough and a tragic situation. The mother and son had last been seen alive on March the 5th, but the family members began to fear the worst after not being able to contact Kaylin for nearly a week and reported her and Kaylin missing. Y'all, we got to be careful who we deal with, man. I'm just going to say that, that's one thing for certain and two things for sure. Be careful who you deal with. Be careful who you bring in your circle, bring in your life, and especially around your children. Some people, Jesus, I just, it's ridiculous. It says here that the family began to feel the worst when
Mom. I'm talking to. Okay.
Go in your room. It says here that her family began to feel the worst when they discovered her abandoned car on a dead-end street with the license plates removed. And an initially uncooperative Murphy reportedly went to ground. It says here that they said, we found her car without the license plate on it, and from there, it raised an eyebrow. One of the guys made contact with him. He refused to give information, and he just disappeared. He knew we were actively looking for him. He knew the mom and the 2-year-old were missing. So from there, the family was reaching out. He was out on the street, and he decided to turn himself in. Police reportedly said that the mother and son appeared to have been dead for about a week. So it says that he should be making an appearance to the judge sometime this week. Lord have mercy. Words can't even describe what I just damn read. Words cannot. Hey Trisha, how you doing? Words cannot even describe what I read. Like, is this actually happening in our world to where people are just taking children's lives and then taking their mothers, these girlfriends? Oh, I want to lay down and have relationships with you, but I don't want to. If you don't want no kids, get a vasectomy. If you don't want that girl, leave her alone. Don't sit up here and take someone's life. Don't take someone's life. Period. If you're dealing, and then I do want to say this, if you are a victim of domestic abuse, get out while you can. Trust me, I know a lot of people. A lot of people like, I want a man. But if that man hitting on you, he ain't for you. So sometimes it's best to just be alone and get you work on yourself. And you know what I'm saying? Having a man, I realize like you don't have to have a man to feel whole. You can look to God for that. You can find other things that's happening in your life that can assist, that can make you feel whole, like having children. And you know, I know you have to have a man, but say reason you had children, they'll make you whole. Or doing something that you find a hobby to do. Do YouTube. That make you feel good told too, because you know what I'm saying, you're putting out content and things and such. But you don't need a man to make you feel whole or make you feel like, you know, especially when you're being abused. You don't have to take anyone's abuse. You don't have to just be with somebody just because you got kids by them. Child, I wish I would. That's all I'm gonna say. I have. You have to love yourself. I'm still on the journey of loving myself. I still have a lot of growth to do. Get that popsicle up off. Jayla, go in your room. Hold on a minute. Um, I wish I would too. Like you have to get beyond that. Whoever God has for you is for you. Anybody, God don't put nobody on this earth that will put harm you in any kind of way. We don't know what was going on that make this man want to take this baby life and take this girl's life, the one that he even had children with, having a child with this girl 6 months pregnant. He should be charged with 3 counts of murder because there was a life. You could have a baby at 6 months, so that's considered a life child. So he needs to be charged for life, and he'll probably take a plea deal and not get life and get life in prison without the possibility. But at the end of the day, he deserves to go to jail for his crimes and to be charged for the death of that unborn baby. I definitely want to say that he definitely needs to be charged for the death of the unborn baby. Um, because these kids don't ask to be here, man. Seriously, y'all. Um, Let me just play something else for you guys. Um, I have found an interview. Hold on a second. Let's listen into this. Because I want to keep that picture up on
In tonight's crime report, the boyfriend of a missing woman turned himself in to Baton Rouge police today, and detectives say he told them where to find the bodies of the woman and her 2-year-old child. Kaylin Johnson's body was discovered along Burbank Drive near Gardier Lane. Her son's body was found along Central Thruway, south of Frenchtown Road. Baton Rouge police say both bodies appeared to have been where they were found for several days. Johnson's boyfriend, Brennan Murphy, faces 2 counts of first-degree murder.
Mommy, Daddy said he will come right back.
Okay. Okay, y'all. So,
Tom, I hate you.
So anyway, y'all, that is the stories on tonight.
Tom, I hate you.
Tomorrow night, guys, we're gonna talk about a story about this. Have y'all heard about this 50-some-year-old man that married this 18-year-old little girl? Yeah, I'm serious reviewing that. I had seen it on somebody. Angie had sent that to me in my email, and I feel like that is crazy. It's okay to rock the cradle, baby, but you just rocking the boat, honey. Child, these people just ain't got no. We'll talk about it tomorrow. We will definitely talk about that tomorrow. Tomorrow is, ain't that crazy? Tomorrow we'll do some celebrity gossip, guys. We will do some celebrity gossip on tomorrow. Then we'll talk about. I have a lot of news stories, so it might be all. Yeah, I thought so. And said that she's pregnant, and she's just turned 18. Child, these men, if it ain't the old men trying to marry the young girls, it's the young men killing the young children. Child, I don't know, Lord, what's going on? But I know one thing, and y'all, Justin, let me just, y'all, I got something I got to say. Y'all, I got something I got to say. Child, I got something I got to say. Justin, y'all know Justin. Justin Smollett. Justin, Justin done got out of jail, child. Yeah. Child, the judge don't order for Justin to get out. And I just feel like, let me just say this. Let me just say this, and I definitely want to be honest. You know, it is not okay to lie to say that somebody done did something to you and lie about crimes. It's just like crying wolf, like, oh, somebody done did something to me, but in real life, nothing has happened to you. So yeah, you should go to jail for lying. You don't think you should have no repercussions? You feel like you should have no repercussions for creating your own little crime, and these people about to go to jail. They about to send them to jail for the longer period than you gonna go. About to send them to jail for doing a hate crime, but you said you didn't do it and you deserve to be out of jail. I don't feel like that's fair just because you got status. It's too many people just using their status as a way of getting out. I don't feel sorry for Justin, aka Jesse. We don't feel sorry for Jesse. We do not. We do not feel sorry for Jesse. He needs to realize that what he did was not okay, even if he gonna admit it or not. So just because he didn't admit it, that he set up his own. He's still saying he was telling. Well, while there was evidence that he came back with the news, all the evidence that they had that said that he was lying, and all that evidence pointed directly back at him. And then the dude said that he paid them to do it, all for attention, all for freaking attention. Man, Jussie, bye. Jussie, bye. Jussie, bye. Yeah, he lied, James Adams. And he knows that he did. And I don't know why people don't believe that man lied. Because that man lied through his teeth. You know what I'm saying? He's just not going to own the fact that he did. That's all what it is. He not going to own it. He ain't going to own. Some people will never own, even though they are wrong. Some people would never admit that they are wrong. That's the narcissistic people. That's the kind of what narcissistic people do. Like, they never admit when they have done something wrong. Oh. Look, I'm just saying, like, narcissistic people that sit around and do absolutely nothing but lie, never admits to nothing, never apologize for nothing. You have to be careful around them kind of people. Yeah, they're a narcissist. They're a narcissist. He would never admit it. He would never apologize, but we know he did it. Just like I'll bring about stuff last year, but like a situation that we both know about Trisha. They are still denied to Trisha and Joseph and me. We know this person did it, but hell, they won't never admit it. But they'll throw it off on everybody else if they did it. I hate to bring that shit back up, but that's true narc situation. That's true narc. And that makes people not want to F with you again. Ever. Because if you can't take ownership to none of the part that you played in the situation, then I can't fool with you. And that's basically what's happened to Justin. He messed up his career just because of attention. Exactly. They will lie through their teeth, but you want to point out, well, they said this and they said that, but what did you say to make them say this or say that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they stay lying, and they ain't got no truth in them. They won't tell the truth to shame the devil. They rather go to hell, honey, in the fiery burning pits of hell. They rather go there than tell the truth. Honey, I'd rather speak the truth and just deal with the consequences. That's the type of person I am. I'm like, yeah, I did it and I was wrong. At least I can own, because that's how you earn respect. You own your shit. Some people don't know how to do that. They don't know how to own their mistakes or own that they were wrong. Some people they'll say, yeah, I was wrong, but this you made, like, I'm sorry that you feel that way. So that means I'm sorry, but you made me do that to you. Not, I apologize because it wasn't you, it was me that was being an ass. You know what I'm saying? Some people is like, if you wouldn't have did this, I wouldn't have said that. Or it's always a but on why they disrespected you or this or that. And that's where they need to be. In jail. In jail. And that's what Justin needs to be. That judge didn't let him out. Somebody must have paid that judge under the table. Y'all know the truth. Y'all know it's the truth. Yes, Justin can sing. Yes, he's a celebrity. But you have to hold people accountable. Where's the accountability in all of this? Ask that question. What is the accountability in holding him accountable for the lives. Where did y'all hold him accountable at? Ask that question. No one has held him accountable. He's found guilty, but he's able to be set free after what? He ain't been in jail a week. But something. If he lied, he would have told the truth. Jesse, you know the hell you wouldn't, Jesse. No, you wouldn't. Mm, mm, mm. What the hell wrong with him? Nothing. Not a thing. Nada. Child, please. They just wanted to let him out because of his celebrity status. They just want to be real. And because a lot of celebrities was so y'all there is okay y'all so okay so there I do want to let you guys know about this with there's been an update. I just seen this with the there's an autopsy of Kaylin and Caden. It says here the results of the autopsy that were done on the pregnant woman and her son on Tuesday, March 15th. It says the manner of death for Kaylin Johnson is homicide. He added the cause of death is multiple gunshot wounds. It says confirmed that she was pregnant. It says here the manner of death for Caden is also a homicide. He explained the total cause of death is pending further studies, but hypothermia is expected. He added no trauma was noted. The day after the autopsy result showed Johnson was pregnant, so he got filed an additional charge against y'all for first degree feticide, and he was initially arrested on Monday for 2 counts of first degree murder. So he done got 3 counts, y'all. It says here. So yeah, he done got feticide charge. Wow. He did not hurt anyone. Who didn't hurt anybody? Tell my why are they being so hard on this young man? Talking about Jesse or Justin? Oh, you talking about child, please, Chris? You know Justin is wrong. He needs to be held accountable, staging his own damn attack. That's crazy. How you gonna get somebody else to stage your own jump? Somebody you gonna pay somebody to beat you up? How stupid is that? I just want to know that. They be working words of feticide. Feticid. So there was a fetus and she killed her. So this is not homicide, it's feticide. It's probably carried the same sentence, y'all. It's FETICIDE. So let me Google it. So what does feticide means? It says the act of causing the death of a fetus. So that's what feticide is. This is how it's spelled. I might not be saying it right. Y'all know I'm country. Feticide. So it's death to a fetus. This is my first time ever hearing it, but hey, he deserved whatever charge it comes with. Let's see. Wow. So, hey, if you want to sit your ass in prison for the rest of your life because you don't want no baby, that's on you. Well, Trisha Child, you know how it is. I bet you it carries up. Let me see. Oh, it's 3 to 16 years in prison. So he'll get to 3 to 16 years in prison which he'll be found guilty of killing the fetus, and then I guess he'll get life though. He'll get life. These people just be. I guess he said, "Well, I'm on top what Brandon Isabel did." So I guess he wanted to top that, throwing the baby in the river. So now he gonna top that, throw a baby over the bridge, so he can get the local news. I hope that don't make you. I hope that don't make you feel good about yourself, child. It really don't. It really don't. I'm just saying. Please do. It's still homicide. Yeah, it's still homicide. You still killed the child. It still had a heartbeat. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to get off of here, guys. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way out. If you're new to this prayer channel, press the subscribe button. If you want to join the membership, press the join button, please. Join the membership. I had 10 people, but some people don't fell off, child. It's okay. I love y'all anyway. If you're listening in, I know that times are hard, child. I may have to revamp it and make it cheaper. Look, $1.99, honey. It's $4.99 now, but I may revamp it and do it $1.99 just so everybody wants attention. Surely do. So we can make it cheaper for people, because even though $4.99 ain't much, but honey, times are hard and gas is high. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, guys. I'm out for the night. Y'all have a good night.